Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn black box testing. First we'll see what is black box testing. Verifying the functionality of an application against the requirement specification is called as a black box testing. It is also known as a functional testing. And black box testing is done from the end user perspective. And if you want to do the black box testing, no knowledge of internal code or implementation. So mainly black box testing validates the functionality of the application and mainly focus on what the system does, not how it does. When we are doing the black box testing, so we are not going to check any logic of the code. We'll get the software from the developers. So while entering the inputs to the software, we'll validate the output, whether it is working, the particular software is working according to the requirement or not. So if you do the black box testing, we'll see what are the advantages. So easy to understand and perform. No knowledge of programming is required. Testing from the user's point of view. It helps the finding the missing functions and interface errors. So we have the different types of black box testing. Functional testing, non-functional testing, regression testing, system testing, acceptance testing, integration testing, performance testing, security testing, usability testing, compatibility testing, reliability testing, installation testing, exploratory testing, and smoke testing. So we will discuss each and every testing in detail. So today I am going to cover functional testing, integration testing, and system testing. In black box testing, first testing is the functional testing. So here we'll see what is functional testing, how to do the functional testing. So testing each and every component thoroughly against to the requirement specification is called as a functional testing. So here mainly we will enter all the possible inputs or scenarios towards the components. So components means such as text field, text area, drop down, radio button, checkbox, link, scroll bar, major tabs, minor tabs, and grids, buttons, icons. So all the things are as components. So if we take the any login page, in the login page, for example, if we take the login page, we have the username, password, login button, cancel button. So all these are the we'll call as a components. So here each and every component we'll check thoroughly. We have one user page. So add user. So first we have the add user button. When we click on the add user button, we should see the add user page. It's kind of registration form. So here first we have the components called username, password, designation, gender, mail ID, mobile number, date of birth, submit button, and cancel button. So here I will show you how to test the each and every component thoroughly. First I will take as a username. So here we have the requirement. If you see the second point, requirement username, this is a text field. So it should accept 3 to 10 characters. That means minimum is 3, maximum is 10. So it should accept. So first I will enter the A, B, C, D, F, G, H. So I will check whether it is accepting or not. So if it is not accepting, so I am not going to do any testing because we'll always start with the positive testing as per the requirement. So in the requirement it is telling 3 to 10 characters it should accept. First of all, it is not accepting 3 to 10 only, then it's a waste of doing other testing. So that means this text field is not working only. So if that works, then I will enter the 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 0. I will enter all these numbers. I will check whether it is working or not. If that is also working, then I will enter the alphabets, numbers, and special characters. After that, then special characters, numbers. The next scenario is I'm not going to enter anything. I'll leave it as a blank page. I will check whether it is working or not. Then last scenario is I will enter the alphabets, special characters, and numbers. So this is called as a thorough testing for the any text field. So now this is done. Second one is the password. So the requirement is it should accept the minimum 8 characters, includes at least one special character. So it should accept the 8 characters and one special character should be there. That means some ABCDFG @ E is fine. So first one is the as per the requirement, we are checking the scenario. First we'll check whether it is working or not. If it is working, then it's fine. If it is not working, as per the first one only, so we are not going to do any other do testing, because first one is the positive. First scenario is the positive scenario. So first it should work for this. Then I'll enter the combination of. So I will enter the password without the special character. So I should get the error. Like that, we should check all these things. So third field is a designation. So designation, we have the two fields. So it's a mandatory field. So it's a mandatory in the requirement. So we should select either of the one. Otherwise, it should throw the error. Then gender radio button. This is called as a radio. This buttons is called as a radio button, male and female. This is also mandatory. We should select either male or female. So here, how to test means I will try to click the both the radio buttons. So I will check whether it is working or not. So without selecting any radio button, I will try to submit. I should get the error as per the requirement. So here we should select only one. I will click on submit. It should work as per the requirement. And that one is the mail ID. So it should accept the valid mail ID format. For example, posina@gmail.com. Like that, it should accept the only the valid format. If @ is not there or .com is not there, means it should throw the error. Then mobile number. Obviously, mobile number, it should accept 10 digits in India. Okay, it should accept only 10 digits. And next one is the date of birth. It should accept the valid date of birth format. First, date, month, and a year. It should accept only this format. I will try to enter the reverse. So it should not accept. Then submit button and cancel button. So when all the necessary details are filled, I'll try to click on the submit button. So user should be able to create the add user page. That was the submit button. And I'll try to click on the cancel button. So it should cancel the user should not be able to create the add user page. So this is how in the real time we'll do the functional testing. So now we'll see the different types of functionality testing. In functionality testing, we have three types. One is over testing, second is the under testing, third one is the optimizer testing. First we'll see the what is over testing. And over testing is also called as exhaustive testing. So testing the application with the same scenarios with the different data sets, and the scenarios which doesn't make any sense is called as a over testing. For example, in PhonePe, if you're going to transfer, you can't transfer 1 lakh or 2 lakhs. So it should start from the 1 to 99,999 rupees. So you can't transfer 1 lakh. So here over testing means, so if we check for the scenario 1 rupee to 1 lakh is fine. You don't need to check for the 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh. So this is called as a over testing. Second is the under testing. Testing the application with the insufficient set of scenarios is called as under testing. For example, same here. So if we are not checking the any boundary values. Boundary values means first here we need to check whether we are able to transfer the 0 rupee in the PhonePe. So we should check for that scenario. So here we are not checking that. We are checking only 1 or 2 scenarios, like 1,000 we are able to send, or 100 rupees we are able to send or not. We are checking. So this is called as under testing. So third one is the optimization testing. So testing the application with the scenarios which make sense is called as optimizer testing. Here we are going to catch the maximum defects with the optimization testing. So here what we'll do means we are focused on the meaningful scenarios to achieve the maximum defects detection in less time. For example, if you are going for the PhonePe, so here we are going to check first. We are able to transfer the when we enter the 0. So 0, 1, 2 we should check. From 0, 1 rupee, 2 rupee we should check. There 99,999 rupees we need to check, and 1 lakh 1 rupee we need to check. So these are the scenarios we need to check in the optimization testing. So compared to all the testings, most of the time we'll do only the optimization testing. And now second testing is the integration testing, and also called as a migration testing. So if you see the diagram, we have the two modules. One is the module A, one is the module B. So module A is the sender, module B is the receiver. So testing the data flow between the two modules, testing the data flow between the module A and module B is called as a integration testing. So for example, if module A is able to send the data, if module B is able to receive the data, then integration testing between the modules. For example, one more scenario. If module A is able to send the data, if module B is not able to receive the data, then integration between the modules is fail. So that means if one module is going to send the data, another module should be able to receive the data. Then only there is an integration between the two modules. So we'll see some key points. So integration testing ensures that the data is properly passed and received between the modules. It verifies the interface communication and data flow between the integrated modules. So here we'll see the real-time example for the integration testing. So we have the one software: add user, edit user, list user, search user, product user, material purchase, delete user. So here in this diagram we'll see the some integration data flow scenarios. First, so I'll create the user, add user. So I'll enter the username, password, mail ID, gender, and I click on submit. So I created the add user page. Then, so if you see the first scenario, if I create the add user, then only I can edit the user. Without creating the user, I can't go and edit the user. So there is a data flow. So if you see the add user is a one module, you think edit user is a one more module. So there is a data flow between the add user and edit user. So here add user is a sender, edit user is a receiver. So there is a data flow between these two modules. So this is called as a integration testing. That's the first scenario. If you see the second scenario, so I'll create the add user. Then after creating, I can list the user. Without adding the user, I can't list it. So there is a dependency between the add user and list user. So same like that, add user and search user. So there is a dependency between add user and search user. And one more scenario is the add user and product user. So if you add the user only, then you can go into product the user. Same like that, add user and material purchase. So last one is the, if you add the user, you can able to delete the user. Without adding the user, you can't go and delete the user. So there is a data flow between the add user and delete user. Same like that, after that, second flow is the second scenarios is the edit user and list the user. So edit user and search user, edit user and product user, edit user and material purchase, edit user and delete user. So this we have the like this different flows. So integration testing verifies the data flow correctly between the incorrected modules after one module completes its operation. So if you take the any module, so if you want to do the integration testing, we should require two modules. With the one module, we can't do the integration testing. But if you have the one module, we can do the functional testing. If you want to do the integration testing, minimum we have the two features is required. So that between the two modules only, we'll check the data flow. That is called as a integration testing. Now we'll see we have the different types of integration testing. First one is the incremental integration testing and non-incremental integration testing. So under the incremental integration testing, we have the top-down approach and bottom-up approach. First we'll see what is incremental integration testing. So incrementally adding the modules and testing the data flow between them is called as a increment integration testing. Under that we have the top-down approach. First we'll see the what is top-down approach. So incrementally adding the modules and testing the data flow between them. Make sure that added module will be the child of the previous one. So if you see here, we have the CEO, HR module, admin module and send report module. So top-down approach means first we are going to adding the modules each one by one. So recently added module is the previous of the child one. That is called as a top-down approach. So second one is the bottom-up approach. So here also, so incrementally adding the module and testing the data flow between them, make sure that added module will be the parent of the previous one. So here we are doing from the down to up. So what are the module we added? So everything is the previous of the parent. This is called as a bottom-up approach. This is the non-incremental integration testing. So here what we'll do means, here we'll combine all the modules in one shot and test the data flow between them is called as incremental testing. So if you see diagram here, we have the different modules. So we'll combine all the modules together and we'll do the testing. So while doing this testing, we have the many disadvantages. So we'll see what is the disadvantages if you do the non-incremental integration testing. So chances are there we might miss some of the data flows, and so chances are there that we might repeat the same testing because of the time taken will be more. And there will be testing if you find the any defects, then it's difficult to identify the root cause of the defect. So we'll see what is root cause in the end of this video. So here mainly is the since all modules are integrated at once, so it become harder to isolate issues and identify the exact cause of the defect. So now we'll see the system testing. It's an end-to-end testing wherein test environment is just similar to the production environment. So before we are moving to the system testing, if you want to do system testing for any feature, first we should complete the functionality testing. If the functionality testing is stable, then we should go for the integration testing. If both are good, then we are going to do the system testing. So without doing the functional testing and integration testing, we can't do the system testing. So it's also called as end-to-end testing. So what it does means navigating to all the features and checking whether the last feature up to end feature is working or not. So it's a end-to-end testing means from the starting to ending. So in the end-to-end test, in the system testing, we'll discuss one real-time example. This is the real-time example for the system testing. So here if you see customer related workflow we have. So first is the new user. So when new user comes, so first new user should do the registration. So here you will enter the registration means all the details. So all the details will be stored in the database, that is called as a customer details. Then after registration is done, the user should have the username and password. So using those two, user is able to log in. So he will log in and he will validate customer details. Once after the login is done, you'll see the view items and search the items. So if you like the items, so you will able to add to the cart. That's a request. Then after adding to the cart, so obviously we need to do the payment. Payment means by using the payment anything, UPI, net banking, credit card, debit card, like that. So you will store the. So once after the payment is done, order should be placed. Order should be placed. Once after that, manager will log in and he will check the manager will log in and he will check whether order the user is ordered. So there he can able to see the customer details, item details, order details, sale report. Then he will generate the report. After that, he will update the items. What are the items user is placed? Then he will give the confirmation message that order is confirmed. So here, if you see, so user login, from user login to confirmation message. So it's an end-to-end application. So it's an end-to-end testing. First we started from the new customer, then registration, login, searching the items, making the payment, then order placing. After that, manager should log in and he will verify the order. Then he will update it. Then he will the confirmation message. Then log out. So this is the end-to-end flow. If you are going to do the end-to-end flow for any application, this is the process we should do. So if you want to better clarification, I'll explain one more application called WhatsApp. If you take the WhatsApp, if you want to, once you will install the WhatsApp, so first we will log in with the mobile number. So we will get the mobile number. We will get the OTP for the mobile. We will enter that. Then you will log in. You will update the some data info, either profile picture or sending the message to the someone. After that, we log out. So from login to log out, this is called as a end-to-end testing. It's a end-to-end flow. So and also end-to-end system testing is called as out of the team. Ensure the flows of transitions and integrations among all the components. It worked as expected. So various test scenarios are executed to validate the system functionality, data accuracy, and performs under the different conditions. So this is all about the real-time example for the system testing. Now we'll see when do we do system testing. When the minimum set of features is ready, that means system testing starts once the minimum required features are implemented. So when all the basic features are functionally stable, that means all core functionality should be working correctly without any major defects. When the test environment is just similar to the production environment is available, that means a test environment close to the production environment ensure the realistic testing and reliable result. So the main important point of the doing the system testing is effective only when the system is feature complete. That means minimum bunch of features, or the application should be the stable and tested in the production like environment. So this is all about the system testing. Now we'll see the root cause analysis meeting. So what it does means, so here they'll find the root cause of the defect and also they'll document it. Once they'll document it, they'll save it in the common folder. In the folder, Axis has a developers, test engineers, everyone. And also the same defect, the document, whatever they will save it in the common folder. So they will present it to the entire team so that what are the root cause of that particular defect, so entire team should know. So here main thing is that the test engineers finds the defect and communicate to the relevant developers. So we'll all do a sit together and find the root cause of the defect and they'll document it in the common folder and also present it to the entire team. This method is called as a Ishikawa method, fishbone technique and root cause analysis meeting. So all details means defect, discussion, root cause, actions are they'll document it. So the main use of the root cause analysis is it helps in the identifying the true root cause of the defects, improves the process, prevent recurrency and enhance the product quality. So this is called about the root cause analysis meeting. So this is a very important meeting. So many of the in an interview, the interviewers will ask what is root cause analysis and all. So you should explain like this. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day.